Saturday Showdown. Showmake versus Chabi.
Yeah, I actually feel like Bro have won the second half of the draft. Liv Sandbox definitely won first pick. 100%. I think Nico is extraordinarily strong. We haven't seen her lose just yet. Of course, Chovy, the one to debut the Nico. Then Canyon played it last week. There is one obligatory Nico that we get per week. We're getting it out of the way very, very early on. This time around as effort. Back to an old favorite here in the Tom. Like you say, just feels like it has a few more tools. Man, I'm excited. Let's get into game number 1.
That's where I'm really concerned about how this early game is going to go. Obviously, Jinx will outrange Xayah here on the bottom side of the map, so this isn't the matchup you're really excited about if you're Liv Sandbox. So, going to be annoying, and she's going to have her prime. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about. Umpty, though, is like, cool, you're going to push in, I'm going to threaten you. He has red buff here. Where's Wukong? Oh, he can't do anything at level 3, so let's see if Closer gets threatened.
Well, she's going to be warding here as Ivory flashes for the chain, but immediately Closer is going to flash in response.
Unless Closer has a great engage with the Wukong, right? Like, that's the caveat. Or the Gnar is able to get into position, or they can maybe somehow break through Morgan's health with the Lord Dominic's later on. Ooh. That's not a minion.
That's a speedy caster minion right there. Look at that. Look at the caster minion just managed to get that Scryer's Bloom. Love that. Absolutely fantastic. Super Mega Death Rocket sails by gloriously. You love to see it.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge
That one
fan.
didn't hit the mark, no.
That felt like it went a little bit too hard, you know? They used a bit too much movie magic whilst the magic was happening.
By the way, Bro just let this go. They don't have bottom side prio, and they're going to try to cross map on this Gnar. Let's see if it's successful.
I have a feeling that Bertle might be dead. Let's see as the all-out does come through. Never mind, he just hops his way out. That is a teleport to be used here as Morgan finds a Q onto Closer. A Super Mega Death Rocket, it'll connect, but Bertle will survive. Calculated. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, nice try, though. You got to...
Kasante to join the fight. Closer, as the Gnar is going to get chained up here and takes a fair bit of damage. They secure the Herald, and now Liv Sandbox thinking about some sort of fight. Morgan finds a double Q as Teddy's going to have to Featherstorm very early. Hannah in a pretty safe position as they take down Teddy. A big old Gnar into the wall from Bertle, and that is going to spell the end of Umpty. But Hannah is still at full health, and Ivory is going to chase down Closer. The Nico didn't get to do anything. The top side, pretty happily doing so as Closer will match him. And there it is.
Bro, now,
yeah, they will be able to at least grab this turret, which is certainly good news. Outer turret in mid, as we know, very, very strong for claiming some map control.
Kyle is spotted here, but will, of course, just with this Scryers, clear this one out. And in this game, but Bro aren't using their comp at all, really, to set up for poke. Is Bertle?
He's just going to start with the ultimate as Morgan going to be able to do whatever he wants. Yeah, I don't even know whether you needed to press your R button there, Morgan, but sometimes you just want to celebrate. Sometimes you want to go all out in the play.
And
then
did
anyone
you guys decide it was?
No.
Okay, good.
I did. He decided that maybe something better would be better. Is Kyle going to miss Hannah here? So much damage as they just take down the Rakan. Pop Blossom comes in, and then Closer goes out. But can he? As there's the cease and desist, Closer has to flash as there is the Super Mega Death Rocket, and it will finish off the Nico. Willa able to utilize the Cyclone quite nicely, but Ivory's still on the chase, and I think that Willa may just die. Hannah grabs another one, and the Bros come alive.
Oh, man. Bro just caught the ball, man. That was a high pop fly left field, man. They just, thank you very much, you know? Yeah. Like, they just hard, aggressively pushed into this, and even committing the Nico there just gave Breon an opportunity here. This Narbar's gone. Teddy, you're in trouble.
Morgan going to dive forward as Effort going to be able to get the exhaust there, but still, Teddy kiting quite nicely, and Bro gonna have to flash away his Hannah. And yeah, Bertle has made his way in. Umpty's just dead. Ivory's going to get flashed on here by Bertle, and that is a double kill, and now Bro may have just thrown the game.
I mean, they certainly may have, Atlas. First, and I think they just thought this was going to be a freebie. And I think if they had also controlled the choke point before starting this up, they would have had a better chance. Great plays from Teddy, though. His ultimate, flash in the bush. He can kite back. He's done a lot in zoning, but he has not done a whole lot in terms of poking in these fights. Like, his team fight damage has been quite low this game. Remember, you're not just regular LeBlanc. You got to use that Shiv.
Everyone can see him, and he's going to have to try and get out of there. Should be able to. The Devour comes through, though. And now, Bro going to have to back away, I think. I don't know whether they're going to have enough, as Ivory doesn't have teleport. And therefore, he's just on wave clear duty. It is going to be the Drake stolen away. Closer able to block the Super Mega Death Rocket, and Bro.
That's Soul.
Yeah. And Closer's now Utilized his teleport. He's found
here
a
he
flank
comes.
angle. They've spotted him as there is the Devour. And the Jinx should be okay for the moment. Still has to use the flash though as Morgan brings Bertle out of the team fight. Henna gets to safety, but Umpty is left to the wolves. And now Ivory trying to get in there. The static shift does, I guess, a thing as Morgan's going to have to flash. Avoids the house, but the house is still coming down for the angle to try and get in here as Bertle does have a great Meganar right now as the chains are going to come through. Willa taking a fair bit of damage as Bertle gets into the Baron pit, and now Bro, they have him exactly where they want him. Morgan, I don't know about this one, does find a Q, doesn't actually go in with the ultimate as Super Mega Death Rocket sails by beautifully, but isn't actually going to contribute anything.
Really, in any way, so once again, LeBlanc not here.
Well, there's a cease and desist, and Umpty goes a very long way. Bertle going to find a Gnar into the wall. He should be dead as Pop Blossom comes down. Closer is going to go golden. We'll see whether Ivory can finish him off. The answer is not quite, as Henner's at 50%. The slowdown comes in. Bertle doesn't quite have that ultimate back yet again, as Effort should be the one going down here. Some auto attacks, please, Henner. But Bertle is instead just going to throw boomerangs at his head, and Ivory should be the last man standing. Morgan actually kind of a huge play here, but he's still dead. And Teddy going to be able to lock that one down. And Pro, unfortunately, they just needed to do more things than the amount of things that they have done so far this game. And Live Sandbox, I mean, it's about utilizing the Elder that they do manage to have. They've got everything that they would ever need. I'm trying to find timers that actually work as every timer up there.
Yeah.
They got 40 seconds left on the Elder as Henna is going to take a lot of damage here from Teddy, who has been so extraordinarily safe this game. Really is, in my mind, the front runner for MVP, or POG, as we say here in the LCK. I don't know why I said MVP, it's a bit of a strange one. Maybe I'm reminiscing on old times.
Because he's the most valuable.
Pop Blossom going to be brought in. And now Morgan, can you actually do it? No, the Dragon is going to come down from the sky. It's a double kill for Teddy so far. As now Liv Sandbox are flashing forward. The Nico will fall down, but so will Effort. It's a triple kill in the end. Willer is going to ruin the Penta, but the oh no, it's a full house. Teddy's full of Willers.
Is really interesting here because I think that the Gwen, while is pretty good into Cassante, and we have seen the success of Morgan's Gwen in this matchup in the past, it is not going to solve any of your range problems here whatsoever. It's not going to give you any extended engage, which is why I was saying Ornn, frontline for the Xayah, frontline for the Tristana, set up for those picks. You have the Poppy too for the follow-up.
Absolute genius.
I love the optimism.
Let's jump into game 2.
You can kill Teddy, you can kill Kyle. You might even be able to push Bertle or Wheeler out of a fight early. You probably won't kill him, but maybe you can get him to disengage, then you can front to back. Okay, savings bank, Freon in the last game. And that's where my worries come, is the form of Bro today is not quite what we saw last week.
We've got some confusion here for Jonas Strong as Umpty and Willa are just spotting each other out over and over again. Look at Umpty. Just, he's going to get the stun to the wall. And Willa, not a whole lot he can do here. The Winter's Wrath, not exactly frightening. However, Permafrost is going to come through.
Umpty, he's so good at Poppy, and the only way to win this exchange as Willer is to just not play the game, because if he walks forward, he's going to get shoved to the wall.
Sorry, on Zeri and on Tristana.
Those are going in.
Zeri is, okay. There is no distortion available as Umpty throws a buckler, but still, he is going to get chained as Effort diving forward gets the flash out from Closer here as well. We'll be able to give Umpty a bit of his health bar back as Willa looks for a little bit of an engage, but the rest of the team are going home. Closer, no flash now.
Yeah, Closer playing this one very aggressively. Does have the rest of his team nearby, but just not going to be winning those trades. But they really want this first Drake.
Ooh, gonna get a bit of a knock-up here as the quickness comes down. Effort looking for Closer, who doesn't actually get there. Steadfast Presence going to block the Sejuani in first blood before 10 minutes. What is this ruthlessness, Breon? As Closer is going to back away, and Pro should be able to get themselves a Drake.
Yeah, Teddy here wants to try to offer some damage back and maybe allow Willer to return eventually to this Drake, as up here.
Yeah, bit of aggression here as Bertle tries to pull Morgan over. Not a massive all-out. However, Morgan's still in trouble. Does get some needlework down. The flash has to come through. The Q is going to be there, though, and Bertle gets the solo.
Beautiful flash advantage goes in there, especially because they don't get that kill on the LeBlanc. And then this happens up here. That extra turret shot really hurts, and flash is used during the dash, but he's still got flash. Flashes for it, will not miss the Q.
Yeah, really nicely played there by Bertel. And Willa pretty happy.
We've already kind of laid it out, but let's wait and see until it does before we get too deep into this, because it can work and does work are always things you have to really zoom in on OK Savings Bank, bro.
It's how it goes, though, that it does give us something that we can perpetually talk about, as that went to Narnia. Closer not going to find the chains either, as Umpty trying to get himself out of there.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
This is better prio here for Bro. I mean, we're trading teleports here.
A lot of teleporting in. As there's a flash out from Willa, who does not have the ultimate, but isn't going to be able to use it because he's just not there. No smite available. As in goes Cassante, but the steadfast presence is too good still. Bertel is going to explode in the end. Closer finds the backline, but there is a Feather Storm available, and Bro's like, no, we got the Drake. We're out of here.
Oh, making a play for a potential early one.
Yeah, Closer actually doing a fair bit of work here, as Ivory going to try and get out of it. And we'll have to do so. There is the Buster Shot. He does at least have a no button, but now that no button is on cooldown. And so with the Drake being up.
Bertel.
Okay, Bertel looking for that backline. Does manage to find Effort, who looks to try and get out. Presses every button and is going to be safe, as Henna does at least have the cleanse.
Nice teleport, but it's too late here. Liv Sandbox on the flank again.
Yeah, Closer looking for the opportunity. Gets in there as, oh my goodness, Desire just explodes. It's a decent ultimate, but it's onto Kyle from Umpty. And now he's just trying to get himself out of there. He's going to go down as well. It's a double kill for the Zeri. Still threatening here. Has the Titanic Hydra as well, so 3 items. I said 2. He had 2 in the last fight.
He's got 3
together,
now.
A full one.
Yeah, and Bertel, this is the moment.
Yeah, Morgan is kind of massive, actually. Even though, yeah, you were winning before, it's not so much going to be the case now, as he elects not to use the flash. Mercy is the sign of a true leader. And Morgan is going to show some of it here.
Yeah, I think also Bertel with that preemptive Q3 there, just trying to deny a flash engage.
Well, Closer now going to go back to his distortion, as Umpty is going to collect a chain and then spin around a whole bunch. Misses onto everyone, as now it's Bertel going all out onto Umpty. Decent engage there from Effort, trying to keep the Poppy alive. And I think he might survive. Effort may not be. Oh, never mind. Bertel's going to be the one to go down, as Effort is limping away from the fight. Willa didn't really want to take that one up, and now it's the Morgan show, as the Lord decides that it is time to attend a team fight, but don't know whether he wants to. Never mind. Teddy explodes.
I don't know about that one, Teddy. You're doing it right into the face of a Tristana composition that has insane single target burst. And
I don't know whether Bro's team fight ever really gets, torn apart by that. As, okay, Bertel, can you win these fights? And I think the answer is absolutely not, as the Cassante, yeah, not quite as powerful
but the TP
as it needs to be. Yep, teleports come forward from Bro.
And will Brion be decisive enough?
Well, we're looking for an engage. We find the Lulu, as in goes Effort, finds the backline. Teddy is jumped up by the quickness, and Henna should be able to take him down as he does come back. Teddy flashes, but it's not going to be enough. Umpty locks down that kill, and now into the backline goes Closer, but without Teddy there's no extra threat. They just get to focus on the LeBlanc every time. And Bro, they're not going to turn onto a Baron or anything like that. No.
Loses his stopwatch, as well as now the Wild Growth is down. Teddy down for 30 seconds. You've got to get this Baron here. Now, let's see that poke, Closer. Let's see if he can actually turn this one around.
Okay, it's a lot of damage, as now Henna taking so much. Umpty secures it. Will actually manage to... No, Bertel is the one that got in there. Goes all out, as Effort gonna have to flash, but the explosive charge going to be there. In the meantime, Ivory is going to proc the passive of Closer and then decides that is going to be enough.
And I guess the Drake just isn't going to be taken right away. Now they're half backing here.
A pseudo
This game
back.
is wild, man. I don't know.
I mean, Morgan is all they really need, but the ulti is going to be soaked here by Henna. He does have cleanses. Where did the Lulu go? What the heck? She just explodes, and now Teddy's used the ultimate. Oh, the Blade Call are going to come through. Oh, standing his ground.
I mean,
but Henna is also going to be okay. The GA going to come through, beautifully timed on the grand entrance, and Effort says, yeah, we used to play together, bro. I know these timings.
Like, try to save him if you're just going to leave him try.
Oh. There's another engage from Effort. Absolutely fantastically done. He goes all out. He looks for Henna, and Bertel looking for it one more time, but he's not going to quite get there. A few of these feathers are going to fly. Never mind. Bertel's going to be okay. As Morgan in that front line, he is a raid boss, an absolute monster. These scissors They will cut anything that you put in front of them. And mostly it's been turrets and minions, I might add. They also just walked over to it and actually like started it. This is crazy as Willa not going to be stealing it away this time. It's Henna that locks down the Baron. Now Willa takes so much of his health bar so quickly. As Morgan, are you going to be okay? Closer doing a whole bunch of work as Teddy flashes on top of the Gwen. And now the engage from Effort. They think that there's still a fight in there. As Bro, hold on to these Barons, guys. I don't know whether you can win this one. However, Bertle does have to use the stopwatch. Effort still frustrating as Willa gets into that backline. Umpty tries to get some work done, and Closer is already taken down. Whoa, okay, Henna is going to be eradicated. And now Umpty running for the hills. Liv Sandbox is just another one of these team fights. As, yeah, the Tristana is dead, and now Liv Sandbox are just going to say no to Breon.
I mean, that flash play from Teddy was pretty impressive. He hasn't had the safest or cleanest. But
never mind, Umpty's holding the minion wave.
Yeah, no minions, so they cannot do this. And there's no minions in top or mid either. TP, they're going to try to use this Cassante as a minion. Let's see if you can actually break through those turret resistances, Liv Sandbox.
Yeah, the backdoor bonus is pretty powerful.
I don't think it's going to happen.
You guys want to go home? I'll send you home. So far, he's level 18 now, so that range just massive. Is okay, goodbye, jungler.
Yeah.
And that will mean that this Drake goes over. Does it mean anything? Not entirely sure. As he goes up and he finds the back line. There's the Glacial Prison in answer, as well as Bertle flashing away. Teddy! Oh, Teddy, what are we doing? What are we doing over there? Bertle's going to go down. He's trying to save the Teddy, but Teddy's still going to go down. Henna is going to lock down that kill. It's a triple in the end. And bro, they lost the last fight, but they do not lose 2 fights in a row. In the last game, there was basically only 1 fight, which is why that makes sense.
Well, Umpty here trying his best to kill a LeBlanc is struggling quite a bit here at this stage of the game. And I think the Nexus is still going to fall.
Just keep him busy. His Effort, the other guy with 0 damage, is going to come on over, and they do manage to take him down. Nexus turrets will fall, and Bro brings us to a game 3.
It's going to be a 3-gamer here, and the Sandbox, they double down on the teleport play. They lose a lot of tempo. It was a bit of a messy one, to be honest, on both sides, but Bro with the more decisive end. Nami here into that Nautilus pick I was talking about earlier. They decided to ban the Viego instead, which means that Nautilus, easy pickup. Kind of a weird choice to ban the Viego when you consider that Flex was available. I mean, you were calling for it like instantly, you know, before we even saw that. Like, why don't they ban a Tristana? Now they have the Tristana early game that they had. Ivory played very well last time. He played the late game well, too.
Sweep. We'll just have to see here, ladies and gentlemen. So we hop onto the Rift for the final game of the series.
It's an Umpty game, man. Futures Market.
He's like living his Lilia life once again. He's just having a great time. As Teddy getting some value out of that relentless pursuit. There we go.
About as much as you could hope for. Umpty trying to do some tricky things here.
Yeah.
But everyone knows that Tristana, the real one's in mid.
Umpty utilizing, you know, the auto attack of the Tristana. Nicely done. Willa takes 50% of his health bar. And is burning from the red buff, the buff that he just doesn't have access to this game, unfortunately. And Umpty, yeah, he's got a Gromp and a blue buff, but he doesn't want those. He wants Willa's jungle. As here, a fight on the bottom side. Effort in trouble. Oh, Teddy can't get the auto. And that is going to be Effort walking it off.
Walks it off here now. Umpty just going to stick through.
Possible danger as Ivory's rotating over, but everyone is just so incredibly low. LeBlanc just grabs the first blood. Teddy uses most of his health bars now. Umpty looking for a little bit more. Can he land the snare? It's a question. He flashes. He misses it, but still Teddy is going to go down. Umpty's in trouble. He will be taken out. That's a double bubble. What does it mean? As, oh my goodness, Tristana just explodes mid-rocket jump, and Bro
Cleanses down. Closes the biggest benefactor.
Yeah, that's a happy closer right there. Able to have a lot more of that disengage availability. And yep, there are 2 static shivs in this lane, but Closer is so far using it a little bit better. Oh, the snare! And Willa manages to get on top of Ivory, but he flashes, and he does have that rocket jump as well as Umpty. Now a very low health Tristana.
Kyle is like, wait, he's not actually low health. Yeah, he's like, ooh, okay.
We're going to be all right as Effort now moving down. Willa not going to be able to grab this particular Rift Scuttler, but that is all that Bro are going to be able to claim from that one.
Yeah, and this is actually going to hide Willer's positioning a little bit. He's able to sneak around. to the bottom part of that mid lane.
Yeah, he's flashing. He thought that he was the other minion. That's actually so cool. He was the second minion instead, as that is going to be a great buffer on the rocket jump, but is he out of the woods just yet? Willa, unfortunately, in amongst the turret there as Closer gets the setup kill. Willa gets out of there. Don't know whether he even necessarily needed to flash, as now Morgan, I don't know about the party cast because he's flashing away. Bertel just wants to get that Counter-Strike back available again, but it's a great slow from the barrel.
Some of that pressure is relieved. Umpty, though, he's got flash.
Is he in the shop? Oh, he's not. That's another flash forward in the Pop Blossom. I don't know whether you needed to use that one, as Bertel's going to scratch his neck.
Soul, and luckily for Breon, they have 2 Drakes right now, so this lead is quite significant. Bertel.
Okay, lands the cast this time. Delivery of the Jax, as Morgan didn't really have too many more buttons available.
Now, it is going to be a trade here, but first brick goes to the side of Liv Sandbox here. Much more money for them.
Oh, Hook is going to connect there. Umpty was the fake one, and they will be able to get that money into the Nico of all champions.
That's a unique way to fake him out.
Love it. Yeah.
Tristana isn't here. He's going to have to TP in to the bottom lane, so they have an advantage right now, Liv Sandbox do, in terms of this flank.
Yeah, Bertel, oh, not going to get hooked there by Effort. That was close, as now Closer looking for Umpty. There's a Glacial Prison. The wave comes through as well. As Umpty's going to go golden. He does get booped away immediately, does Bertel. But in goes Morgan now, just putting that belly in amongst it. The Pop Blossom comes down. Teddy is already dead. And the Nautilus is all they have to trade for it for now. Closer still very dangerous, though, as now Henna looking for an opportunity. Morgan's in so much trouble as Umpty is taken down, and there's no smite for the fight. 2 Drakes apiece here, and Liv Sandbox's ones. They can actually still go for the 4v4, but as it turns out, not able to. Ooh, dash cannon from Umpty here, whose Pop Blossom is going to come through. Another tidal wave, and he's thrown into the blender. Now Ivory has to flash to get himself out of it, as Effort once again trying to be the hero, but this time it's not going to work out. The turret getting frustrated with Willa as Henna arrives way too late to do anything at all, and Liv Sandbox really finding some cracks in the armor of Bro right now.
Just continuing to find Umpty, and they're identifying it's him. Just take your free points.
And Ivory, just 50% of his health bar is just gone. Another culling comes through from Teddy, who's playing so aggressively. The fake Umpty going to be taken out here.
I mean, just the siege is unreal.
Yeah, there's another Glacial Prison. This one's going to hit onto Effort, who throws out an ultimate. Yeah, it lands onto Closer. Good for you. Not a whole lot more is going to happen, and the ghost of Effort now is trundling back towards the fountain.
Oh, man. And they have Sejuani on their team.
Oh, okay.
It would have been nice to have a Trundle.
That was Effort dying, but it was Umpty dying as Effort again. So double Effort kills here for Liv Sandbox, and it just feels like they've ran out of ergs. Ivory, another few boops, and he will fall as well. Back to the fountain, as can they actually get anything done? There's the Feather Storm. Not really too much to show, as Willa might die. There we go. Ivory going to jump on top of him, but no, he is actually going to survive. Morgan now onto his fountain, throws a party cask. The Nexus will go down though, and the cool kids, they did not panic, and they managed to take down the Bros in the end. Yeah.
Bit of a big difference here in terms of what his impact was. Morgan hitting a Jax a lot during this game and actually handling the pressure of the side pretty well, but ultimately it wasn't enough.
Thank you guys. This is Dear for the POG Interview translation. We are here joined by Bertel and Closer on the side of LSB. Congratulations! You won against OK Savings Bank Breon. Let's hear how you feel. I feel like I led the game in the first and second game pretty good. I feel like at some parts it was the game got stalled a little too much, which is a little regretful. But I'm happy that we won. And Closer, you said, "Nah, I'll carry this game," and you really did carry this game. How does it feel to get POG? I feel like everyone set me up to get kills and I was able to carry. Really happy about this win. Now Bertel, this is your first summer POG. So with a regretful last match, you came back as the carry today. So what kind of feedback was there and what did you do to prepare for today? Against KT, their last match, I feel like as a tank, I should have done a better job defending. but we ended up giving the game away too easily. So we went over that. And I feel like we had enough practice with champions that are in the meta right now. And it kind of paid off today.
이렇게 멋진 경기를 만들어내신 것 같은데요. 클로저 선수 마찬가지로 오늘 경기 절대 지면 안 되는 경기였는데 어떤 마음가짐으로 준비를 하셨을까요?
What mindset did you have preparing for today's match? I feel like with all the losing streak, everyone was so eager to win, and everyone put in the effort to do so well today, and we were able to win. Bertol, with today's Gnar play, you displayed your Gatdol, Kingdol, Rockdol. It seems like you're comfortable playing Gnar despite playing it on the stage for the first time. Thoughts? I feel like I practiced Gnar since spring, and it felt like it went well, pretty better than I expected. And I feel like my team set up pretty well, and then was able to have me kind of input the damage, so it worked out. And you pulled an outplay in a critical moment today. The 2v5 team fight in front of Baron went in your favor. Looking at the replay, did you think that this was winnable? So I think Teddy played really well here. I missed my skill shots, but I think Teddy was able to kind of absorb the aggro. So we thought that you were the one who did really well, but seems like you are giving credit to your teammate. And Closer, what are your thoughts on this? I feel like I was so nervous and I was so desperate. I feel like they listened to my prayer. And Closer, as the Static LeBlanc pioneer, you finally got your first win with it in the final game for today's match. How do you feel? Yeah, we utilized the static Shiv LeBlanc for the first time. It felt so OP, but it was regretfully we couldn't get a win. But I'm really happy that we actually got the win today. And people say that the new static Shiv is so good at wave clear and has such insane item efficiency. So what are your thoughts on the item? Yeah, it's just so good to the point where you can pretty much go static Shiv with any champion right now. And we want to talk about Nico. You blind picked Nico in game 1, quickly locked Sejuani in game 3 even though Nico was open. I feel like Nico, without being able to go static Shiv, we need to go with a champion that you can utilize static Shiv. With your second back-to-back victory secured, you will meet HLE next. Let's hear your resolution. I feel like all of their laners have high mastery. We want to be as prepared as possible and make sure that we do well. And what about you, Closer? I feel like with today's victory, we want to continue the momentum and keep it a positive atmosphere. Any word for your fans? I feel like I've been very inconsistent in terms of my performance, but I want to make sure that I play well, and I'm grateful for all your support. And this will be the end of the interview with Bertol and Closer, and back to the space.